Hey again, how's everybody going? Checking back in. More medical stuff today. My eyes are actually dilated right now, so I'm just relaxing, chilling out until the dilation goes away so I can actually see and maybe drive a little bit. But I just want to check in and tell you again how important the medical stuff is. It's important for you not only to get out, but when you put in your VA claim, you want to make sure that you have all that stuff sorted out and situated and get copies of everything. So um, I was sitting down talking to one of my buddies at lunch, and we were talking about VA stuff, and he was saying the same thing I said. He's at Gordon here as well, and he was telling me to get with the guy on post, which I already did, and he said pretty much the same thing. It was like he tried to call, there was no response. So he sent an email, and he got an email back, big long email with all kinds of information that he needs to submit. So that's for sure a big deal. Um, he mentioned something about a EPP, GPP, DPP, something like that. The pre-processing for VA claims versus doing it afterwards. So you put in basically the requests to get it immediately turned on so they can give you at least a rating, and then from there you can gradually add stuff onto your rating um, to make it more, right? So ideally, I think the goal is to hit 30% is pretty much the entry point for VA claims as far as getting a rating that you can use for applying for jobs and things like that. You can take that rating and use that preference on base. Um, so yeah, that's something you definitely want to do early. Make sure you got your records in hand. And then the other thing is, if you're getting out active duty, you'll need installation clearing papers. If you're a reservist, it just depends, but active duty for sure. What you need to do is grab a copy of your orders if you have your retirement orders, and then a copy of your leave form and a copy of your PTDY form. So you get two basic leaves, right? You get your leave that you have accumulated. You can take all of that, and then you can also request anywhere from 20 to 30 days, or let's just say up to 30 days for PTDY, for house hunting and all that stuff. I'm taking the full 30 because I'm going to Europe, so that's what I requested. That's what my commander signed, and that's what I'll be doing. So, and then try to make sure that they're back to back so that they're continuous. That's another thing he mentioned, the guy up here at Darling Hall on base. But he said basically just take one copy of each of those documents, turn it in to request your clearing orders, and then at 10 days out from your final out is when you can pick up those papers and start your clearing process. So for the reservists, it's a little bit different, depending on if you're near a base or not. If the place where you're at falls under a base, then you might have to clear your unit as well as clear the base that your final out appointment is at. So just keep that in mind. It's usually for AGRs, but I'm not sure if reservists, regular Title 32 reservists, have to do the same kind of thing. But you want to make sure that you get your clearing orders from whatever place you need to get them from, so you have them, and make sure you give yourself enough time to clear both, right? So the sooner you can get your clearing orders, the sooner you can get stuff done, get stuff turned in, get hand receipts cleared, and all that good stuff that you need to do. And then for the base clearing, if you have to do that, then you have to go to different places like the personnel section, you have to go to finance, you have to go to transportation, you have to do all these things, right? So, and they only give you 10 days to do it. So really what you would ideally want to do is clear your unit if you have to clear both, and then go back and clear the installation. Just block off that time, the 10 days to do it. And I think that's 10 working days, so that's roughly 2 weeks. So it's not a lot of time when you think about clearing, especially an installation, especially a big installation where you have to go back and forth all over the place to do things. Most bases have a building or a place where they do all the personnel stuff and all the in and out processing, by now at least, before you had to go bounce around all over the base to go to different places to do things. So just keep that in mind. Make sure you have a copy of your orders and your leave forms that are signed from your commander, and then once you got those, you can just turn them in requests. The sooner the better. I'm going to actually see if I can turn mine in maybe next week or the week after when I'm back down here in Augusta. And then you just go back and pick up your clearing paperwork 10 days out, and then do your clearing, and then do your final out, and then you're done. So that's about it. It's a lot of medical. It's probably going to be a theme throughout. And then installation clearing, CIF and places like that, right? So that's another thing if you're trying to do CIF, and I guess I got the answer today. I wanted to get my clearing orders early, but I can't. They only do them 10 days out, so then you'll just need that memo if you want to do CIF early. Clear that early, get that out of the way. That's one less thing you got to do, and it's probably the hardest place to clear because you have to have everything cleaned and scrubbed down and smelling like daisies, and then you can turn your stuff in. So in that order, I would say get a memo from your commander, go clear CIF if they let you do it early, and then once you're done with that, or in congruence in parallel with that, then you can turn in a request to get your clearing orders for the base if you have to do that, and then clear the base after that, and it'll be a lot easier for you. I hope this helps, and if you know anybody out there who's retiring, in the process of retiring, or has retired recently and would like to sit down and talk with me, please just reach out to me in the comments, and maybe we can set up a session. I'm trying to set up a session with a few guys that I work with who have either retired recently in the last year or two or going through the process now. They're all reservists, and I'd love to sit down and just do an interview, ask a few questions, get some insight from other people. So I'm down to do that. Just contact me, let me know in the comments, or go to retire.army and shoot me a message through there. And I would love to sit down and block off some time and do an interview with any of you and get some insights from you and add to this discussion. So I hope this is helping. I hope you enjoy, and I hope you have a good day. I hope it's not crazy weather where you're at. It's not too bad here. And until next time, if you like what I'm doing, if it's helpful, feel free to share it, pass it on, and subscribe if you want to get notifications when I make my next video. All right, I will talk to you later, and have a great day.